All right. We're back, baby. The Friday flow. It's been a little while. How are you, Will?
We're here, we're back. We're excited to be back on our screens.
Love it. Before we start, I just have to make a quick wardrobe change. Okay.
Well, that was very quick. Good job.
So,
Good job.
yeah, this week we had a wig day on Wednesday. Big hit. During our all hands, everyone wore an awesome wig. Maybe I'll, for post
Oh,
processing, we'll add a little
nice.
picture. Love that. Sweet. So now that that's over, we can get back with the show. Cool. All right. Well, we don't have a very strict agenda today, but Will definitely wanted to talk about some vibe coding. I wanted to discuss some crazy hack I've done to help with figuring out who I want to talk to at the Shop Talk conference next week, and then we'll just see where it goes.
Yeah, and if we have any time, we should definitely touch on the drama in B2B SaaS, that is Spies in
Ooh,
HR
yeah,
software
yeah,
companies. Some really
yeah.
exciting stuff happened.
I love it.
Awesome.
Well, let's kick it off. Okay, we got vibe coding. First off, the hell is vibe coding?
Well, since you asked, vibe coding is coding with a vibe. So it's going off vibes instead of knowing how to code, and it's about building stuff using our favorite kind of agents. So Cursor has a really great product that now has agents built into it. A lot of our team in our software team uses Cursor. There's also Replit. There's also new companies coming out all the time. And really, it's like the idea is you can just prompt it, and you should better build software with it. And this has been really fun seeing this. It's all over the timeline if you're on Twitter these days, spinning up all sorts of projects. I've been trying to build some side projects as well. The big fun thing that has been capturing a lot of people's attention is that there's this guy online called Levels. Do you know Levels, Jordan?
No, does that mean
Okay.
I'm chuggy?
He's like a yeah he's like a Dutch guy who's all about the nomad lifestyle and the indie hacker lifestyle. But he built this plane game where you could fly planes around with nothing more than a single HTML page. It's all JavaScript using a 3D JavaScript model called 3JS, and it's been blowing up. He claims his flying game is at $1 million run rate. Actually, he's been selling ads like blimps and stuff in his game, and it's been a big hit on the timeline. It's super fun. You can play it. I don't know if I should play it on here because it's gonna probably be like pretty archaic. What's been super interesting, he's now prompted kicking off a vibe coding game jam. So a lot of people, I think there's been like over 200 or so people have submitted their games. This is his flying game. You'll see he starts posting like people's prompts. Someone's built, I saw down here somewhere, a happy bird that's this person's built like a Halo inspired like computer game. This is the 3D Flappy Bird that uses the guy's
Nice.
actual yeah. So there's some really cool stuff that people are doing. All of this is being built by just vibe coding. So
Vibe
I've been
coding?
trying a little bit myself. Are you excited to see what my game looks like?
Oh boy. Oh boy. What do we got?
Do you remember Smash Bros? Did you ever play Super Smash Bros on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nintendo?
I did.
This is
Oh,
this is
this
my
is
Smash Bros platform. I'm still working on things, but I have a character. He has animation movements. He can move around. The hanging off ledges doesn't is not very successful yet, but it's it's rendering a 3D scene. It's pretty crazy. And I just did all of
damn.
this in cursor vibe coding. So, it's not there yet, but I'll let you know um if I get anywhere with it.
I must say, I did ask ChatGPT like what is vibe coding, and it really just says you're not strictly following a plan, best practices, or even documentation. You're just in the flow. This actually doesn't say anything about it has to be done with like AI agents. Just talks about vibe. I mean,
I think
what do you
it's
think?
there.
Is that just implied?
Yeah, I think today it is. I think what's really interesting is we talked about this a little bit recently, like how much of our code is actually written by AI versus by humans. And
Yeah.
so like maybe not necessarily vibe coding, but just the general bringing in of AI agents into coding in general. We're at a pretty good clip. We're very modern as a business, and so there's some good usage there. There's people that are taking it to the extreme that's working very successfully in businesses. So I don't know if you know Sahil, but he's the founder of Gumroad, a platform. This is a post he posted in February that AI is now the most productive engineer at the company measured by PRs merged. So this is Sahil. These are his other engineers. This person looks like a sick engineer, and then this is Devon. And so Devon has actually outproduced all of the rest of them. So this was in February. He posted again just like last week or something. Devon is responsible for shipping 137 PRs in February, over 500% over January.
Damn.
This is wild, right?
Devin.
So talking about AI
Devin.
agents in coding, taking it to that next level. This is a company and a guy who's taking it super seriously. Jordan, what do you think? Is this the future?
Obviously, it's the future. I think the difference that you and I have is I don't think all of these PRs are just literally no one's ever seen them, no one understands them, they're just being put in. I think there's a lot to be said about as a full organizational repository of code, it does have to fit into the rest and has to be understood from a business logic perspective as well. So the engineers see every line of code, they understand every line of code, and they have to make sure that it works with the rest of every line of code. I think it will over time. I mean, I know it will over time. I just don't know what that time is. It will get better and better and better to the point where maybe engineers don't have to look at it because it's so good. I just don't know. I just don't know when. I just want to call out a little quote here from ChatGPT. A vibe coder might say, "I have no idea how this works, but it does, and it slaps."
I love that. Yeah, some final thoughts on this. Yes, I don't know in my game what my code base is. So 90% of when you start building a game or using vibe coding, if you don't understand the actual code, is trying to debug when it's not working. And it can just create more and more stuff. Claude Sonnet 3.7 apparently is now just like adds a lot more than 3.5. And so you've got to be kind of careful. You've got to be really good about your evals, your guardrails. Yeah. There's definitely some fun things on the timeline where people are launching their games, they're exposing API keys that then people are taking and using and racking up huge AI bills on people's codes and stuff. So be careful vibe coding, be careful putting it out there in the wild. Make sure you understand your code base because ultimately you're responsible as well for what you ship. And so if you're going to put your stamp of approval on it, make sure that you're being smart about it.
Vibe code daddy over here. Just really just locking it down. Awesome. Well, I want to talk about a quick project I did, which was very vibe codey. We're going to a conference next week, Shop Talk. I was able to, you can, if you have tickets, you can see the whole attendee list on your phone on an app, but not on the web. And it doesn't give you any export. It doesn't say like you can export the whole list. It's almost 10,000 attendees, has all their job titles and the companies they work at. So I want to go through and find out who I want to go talk to. So I set up a nice little proxy through my computer. I was able to get all the attendees into a spreadsheet. That was pretty sweet, I must say. It was very fun. But then I took it one step further, took that spreadsheet, ran it through GPT, 5 hours of GPT, $200 of GPT costs later, I was able to have it tell me which companies have the most synergy with us and who at those companies I should talk to. I'm not going to show you the list, but it's turned into 500 companies. So it went from 6,500 companies down to 500 companies. It told me the reasoning of what the synergy is between our companies, why we should talk to them, and who we should talk to at the company. So pretty sweet little vibe coding hack for me. I was pretty excited about it, but we'll see how it works. I know now the people that I meet at this conference, if they watch this video, they'll be like, okay, this makes a lot of sense why that guy wanted to talk to me now.
Yeah, and you're going to be, at first it's extremely impressive, and I assume you vibe coded your way to figuring out how to do that.
Oh my God, so vibey. It was so vibey.
And then, secondly, you're going to be extremely busy over the 2-day conference, speaking to 500 people, but good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. I'm excited for you to...
Yeah, 1,500 people. It's 3 people per company, 500 companies.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
Perfect.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, you'll have a great time.
Yeah.
I think you should rent a room out and just have everyone come, and then you can...
I like that.
You should ask ChatGPT for maybe, because if the synergies between Woflow and their companies, there's likely synergies in the room between the companies that you found. So you could turn it into some sort of speed dating piece. Yeah.
You can monetize it.
Maybe you can make a game out of it. You vibe code a game and then you can just have it virtually. You don't even need to go to a conference. That'd be pretty fun.
I'll hire you to do that. Make me a game.
Perfect.
Do it. Well, on that note, on going off vibe coding, and we did a automation challenge on the tech side. It was really fun. We just concluded it right before this the Friday flow here, and so we had 10 people participate. Anyone could have participated in the tech side. 10 people decided to do it. Basically, anything that's not work related, or I mean, some people made it semi work related, but anything that they've thought about in the past year that they want to vibe code out with some form of sweet automation. Some of the things were like a lot of them were bots to be able to like just in English say, hey, find me a time for me and Michael later today around 3 to meet. And it would use the Google API. It would go through. It was using Vellum, which is like the orchestration layer tool that we use to go through and actually run a lot of this stuff. That was one. I helped out one of my buddies who has like a poultry distribution company. So I made a little automation to help with the ordering process. So it sucks in emails, structures some of the requests that come in, and actually create the order slips out of those emails. It was a bunch of things. Someone made you take a picture and it tells you how many how many grams of protein, and it actually tracks your protein over the day. And it was like a super bro app, like a gym bro app, but it was absolutely hilarious. Anyway, it was awesome. Highly recommend it for other companies to do. These are things that people are thinking about all the time, and we want to give them a little bit of time, a little chunk of time to break off and actually do something interesting, new, and creative to really explore what else is out there in vibe code. Just vibe code.
That's amazing. I'm glad. There's kind of a building off, and it was way more work focused. But our offsite last year, we had everyone using AI to come up with solutions internally at the company. And so it's great that you guys keep doing it. Let's get more of the rest of the team in there as well. Our finance
Yeah.
team, our ops team. There's plenty of automation still to come. It's exciting to hear about it.
Yep. I think we should. Cool. Well, now that we're shortening these Friday flows, so I think we're just going to wrap it up right here. Good. Any other comments? Any other topics you want to cover
Just
off?
one.
Okay.
Just one.
One more topic.
Unless you're just have been under a rock, or you don't care about B2B SaaS, you would know that there's been a little controversy in the land of HR software. So a spy has been found and honeypotted at the company Rippling, allegedly brought on by Deal. Pretty serious accusation. We'll see where it goes. It's alleged. A lot of people were having fun with it on the timeline, so I wanted just to finish with a final one of that, which I thought was pretty good. If a B2B SaaS happy hour where everyone is a spy, it's pretty good.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, I must say. And if the allegations are true, I mean, that's a pretty vast like stretch to really want to get some proprietary info out of your competitors.
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. It's not looking great, I think, for the defendant, but we'll see where it goes. We'll give you an update in future Friday flows.
All right. Well, stay tuned on that one. Awesome. Well, thanks, Will. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone. Get your flow.
Bye.